Welcome back. All right, so the first game of the season is in the books, and we're in between the first and second period between Chicago and Pittsburgh, so now is the time for me to review what happened between Nashville and Tampa. So it was Saros versus Johansson, and of course the question was, can he keep up? Is he going to be able to get this done? He did well today. So early press by Tampa Bay, Saros was sharp there. Kucherov to point gets picked off. The shots on net are 4-0 Tampa, and we're only 2 minutes in. Jeannot mishandles one in close. The Preds rush. Novak nearly tips one into his own net. You got to watch that, especially early in the season. No sustained zone time for the Preds, and that was the storyline through most of the first period. Forsberg fires one wide on a rush. Paul beats out an icing call. That is Nick Paul. I'm not calling a player by his first name. That'd be weird. Tomasino then has a rush chance that's defended. O'Reilly had a slot shot that was blocked. O'Reilly fits right in with Nashville. Really good, strong start to the season for him. Trennan has a shot at 7:20, and that was the first shot for Nashville that hit the net. It is saved by Johansson. Good flow, few whistles in the first half. Paul fires one wide on a net drive, and then tic-tac-toe. It is Kucherov from Hedman and point. That's at 9:48. And there was a partial screen on the play as well, so Saros couldn't see it. And then Jeannot nearly adds one on the next shift. So it's 1-0 Tampa, and they almost make it 2-0. Glendening has a shot that's held on a turnover. Stamkos then fans on one after that point was denied. Preds just keep turning it over. A lot of issues with dealing with puck pressure tonight or just bad passes, which, again, it's the first game of the season. You're going to see a lot of this in the first couple of weeks. Power play for Nashville. Perbix takes the first penalty of the season for the National Hockey League, so throw that in your puck doku. Preds, they couldn't get set up. Back-to-back clears by the Bolts. There's a shorthanded rush by Paul. Again, Nick Paul, not first name. That'd be weird. And he fires it wide. Bolts force another turnover. They do kill off that penalty. No shots on net for Nashville on their power play. Sergachev then has a shot that's blocked as the Bolts press after it's done. Nashville's back to turning over the puck. Glass then had a rush chance that was saved. A crossbar for Jeannot. The Bolts press in the final minute. 29.4 seconds left. Tampa Bay goes back to the power play. So that rolls over into the second period. Tampa Bay sets up. They cycle. There's a near miss for Kucherov. The power play's killed off. None of their shots hit the net during that power play. So both power plays slow to start. It does not stay that way. Forsberg fires one wide. The Bolts rush. Kucherov's denied there. There's a press by Tampa Bay at 3 minutes. Nashville having issues clearing their zone. So again, that comes back to turnovers and just puck decisions when you have the puck as well. Cirelli has a rush chance that's kicked aside. Chernak was denied. The rebound gets cleared. Johansson holds with Sissons on the doorstep, and the Preds start building some momentum. This is where things start to change a little bit in this game, and Tampa Bay starts their it's quite a while in between shots for Tampa Bay in this game. So Bolts are blocking out Nashville at this point. Asimon has a net feed that gets picked off. There's a near miss by Forsberg. Bolts rush the other way. Shots are 5-3 Tampa 9 minutes in, and this game was fast. First two periods, this game was fast. So they were trying to get her done in time for the puck drop, I guess, for Chicago and Pittsburgh, like they cared. There's a power play for the Preds at the half. Forsberg has a blast that's blocked. Rebounds cleared. Yossi then has a blast that deflects out. When the play resumes, Yossi's denied on the next play, and then there's a shorthanded rush by Hagel. That power play is killed off, but the Preds go right back to the power play. They set up. Bolts block as they're cycling. Glendening then with the clear. Glass takes a Barry shot to the helmet. It looked scary in real time. It did. Players all reacted immediately. The whistle goes, but Glass would get up. He would skate off. He looked a little bit shaky, but he would return to the game. So after that, there is... he looks to be okay. He exits. The Bolts block and clear. The Preds set up late in the power play. There's a shorthanded 2-on-1 that gets broken up. The power play is killed off. Pressed by Nashville after it's done. Novak has a shot that's caught and held. We were up to over 11 minutes without a shot on net by Tampa Bay, and O'Reilly would bury one on a rush from Forsberg and McDonough. That's at 16-15. So O'Reilly with a goal in his first regular season game with Nashville, and it ties the game at 1. Preds then look for the lead. They have all the momentum at this point. Nyquist is denied. Nyquist is now a member of the Nashville Predators. He had a decent game. McDonough then has a chance to save. The rebounds held. There was a post for Sergachev. So Tampa Bay continues to be unable to hit the net. Post by Sergachev is as close as they get for quite a while in that second period. Trennan steals one. Cole Smith has a shot that's held in the final minute. And in the final 14 minutes and 50 seconds of the second period, Tampa Bay had no shots. So it's 1-1 going into the third, and it's like, okay, so if they can get a good start to the third period, well, before you even want to say it, 11 seconds in, on a turnover by Hedman, unusual to see Hedman there, but Parsonen scores from O'Reilly and Forsberg. So there's O'Reilly with an assist to go with his goal. He's on a 164-point pace. There you go. Forsberg then nearly adds another. So this game is getting away from Tampa at this stage. Things get pushy on a hold by Johansson. Yossi has a goal that's waved off. It was goalie interference. Nashville didn't even think about challenging. It was goalie interference. You can't clip the goalie like that, so no penalty, but no goal either. And Tampa Bay's flat. To this point in the game, now Tampa Bay, after a strong first period, a rough second period, and to start the third, they were still kind of sleepwalking a bit. So a power play for Tampa Bay takes place, and I put right here, need a goal. Like, I knew that this could be a big game changer. Tampa Bay's power play turned games around for them last year, and it did the same for them today. Early clear by Nashville. Stamkos was denied on a one-timer. Point has a shot that deflects wide, and then Nick Paul. He scores. He buries a loose puck in close point, and Stamkos with the assist. That's at 2:25. And then Tampa Bay, having tied it at 2, they look for the lead. And that leads to Hagel grabbing himself a penalty shot. Legit call on that one. He was in on his own. He did not have a chance to bury it, so on the penalty shot, he does. Wires it near corner. He scores that one at 3:07, and there's Hagel with a goal. So that new contract that during the summer I said he's worth it, tonight he was worth it. Teams then trade turnovers on the next shift. The momentum, though, had shifted back to Tampa. Nashville kind of running around a little bit at this point. Bolts press at 5.5 minutes. Hedman has a blast. That's held. Barry defends a Stamkos net drive, and then we get a power play for Nashville. Things get pushy on a hold by Johansson. Pred cycle. There's a near miss for Glass. And then Novak wires one short side. Short side goals. A lot of them in this one. Tomasino and Nyquist with the assists. That's at 8:46. And Tomasino was screening in front of the net. There's no way Johansson saw that one. Then we get a power play for Tampa Bay. So it's power plays back and forth in the third period. Kucherov's denied. The rebound's cleared. There's a near miss for Stamkos. Pred's doing their best to shot block. And then it's Nick Paul with his second goal of the period and his second power play goal of the period as well. He scores from Sergachev and point. That's at 10:52. So Nick Paul off to a good start. He's on pace for 164 goals. He's going to destroy that record book. So we get a delay game call, and the Bolts are right back to the power play. So when it rains, it pours if you're Nashville at this point. Kucherov to Stamkos near miss. There was a shorthanded rush by McDonough. That was saved. Hedman fires one high. There's a shorthanded rush by Sissons. He fires that one wide. Power plays killed off. Much better kill by Nashville there, but of course they've allowed 2 power play goals already in the period. They had to come up with a really good penalty kill that next time out. Pressed by Nashville with 5.5 minutes left. Forsberg's denied when the Preds are making a bit of a push here. Cirelli has a chance that nearly deflects in, and then Hagel fires one high. Hedman then, he has his next opportunity. That one misses high as well. And then the goalie pull takes place as Nashville's going up the ice with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Forsberg then has a shot that's saved. The Bolts guilty of an icing. That was with like 1:39 left. Bolts get pinned down a bit during a 6-on-5. They had a line on there for about 2 minutes. So they were pinned down pretty good. But they do survive that. Kucherov beats out an icing. That allows everybody to get a change in. And they hold on with Kucherov hitting the empty net with 1.2 seconds left. So at 19:58. And Nick Paul with the assist. So your final score is 5-3. Tampa Bay 1-0 on the season. Nashville 0-1 with the loss in Tampa. Shots on net 12-2 Tampa Bay in the first, 13-5 Nashville in the second, and then bonkers third period 17-16 for the Bolts. Final shots 32-31 for Tampa. Power plays Nashville 1 for 4, Tampa Bay 2 for 5. The hits were 18 apiece. Saros saves 29 out of 33 at one end. Johansson saves 29 out of 32 at the other end. Both goalies played well, and I guess those shot totals are not 100% accurate. I am not impressed with the update they've done with the NHL app. I haven't talked about it in a video, but it makes it tough to track everything because the information, it feels like, is slower to update. And yeah, so there you go. That's the first instance of that in the I want to say preseason, but nope. Well, let me take a look at that. That's 34 because 17 plus 12 is 29 plus 5 is 34. And then the other one is 31. So that should be, so if that's 32, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's fine. There's one shot that's wrong, and I put the wrong number up there. It's fine. All right, there you go. All caught up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.